Hey everyone, this is Solomon. Welcome to Life After Work. We're going to do a real quick follow-up on my airbrush spray booth. This is going to be a test. Okay guys, final test. I've got the spray booth ready to go. I've got my turntables in here. Everything is just fine. I've lit 2 incense burners, and I doubt seriously you'll be able to see all this smoke, but if you do, that's good. It's coming out here into the room. Now, I don't like incense. Seriously, I've got all this incense, and the fact is, I want it out of my garage. Well, I'm not fully vented, but I do want to pull the particulates out, which is the smoke. There's nothing hazardous, I guess, except that I may throw up if I have to smell a lot of this. But I'm going to turn on my fan, and let's see how quickly I can at least vent the particulates. Whoa, look at that. It's gone. Already it's gone. It's out of the room. There's no smoke in here, which are the particulates of the incense. And it's sucking the rest of it directly off of the cones. Hey, I'm in business. Just wanted you to see it work if you can. Maybe I can zoom a little bit and you can actually see some of the, see there? But it's not only sucking what's coming off the cones right now, but it's already brought in everything out here, sucked it through. Now, as far as the incense odor, I'm not sending it out of the garage, so unfortunately I still smell it. And I guess the next step, but this is, you can't beat this, because it was almost instantaneously. It really and truly worked fast, and it's doing a great job. So there you go. That's my airbrush spray booth. And I'm going to do one other thing. I'm going to move these cones way up here to the front. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's literally drawing everything straight to the fan, going straight through the filters. Let's try one other thing. If you can see that, I hope you can see that. I'm going to move this back here behind the face of the filter. And look what it's doing. It's sucking it right around the edge. This negative pressure zone is pulling from everywhere inside of this. So this is a working spray booth. I'm really happy. I've got a lot of stuff out. I'm ready to go back to work now. This is cool. I don't care what anyone says. This is cool. Now, the pegboard bottom. I mentioned I was going to get a 1/4" MDF, and I found this, and I don't know if I mentioned it in the previous video, but this was leaning up against the wall from what came off of the wall behind me when I remodeled my model shop, and it was exactly this size. I didn't even have to cut it. So I decided, well, I'll just set this in the bottom. Well, here's the thing. I talked about explosive gases, you know, all the volatiles, and I didn't think about that. This had nothing to do with any conscious thought. But instead of putting a solid piece of 1/4" MDF down, I've just said, well, I'll use this since it fits, and I don't have to cut it. Well, the fact is, there are all kind of cavities underneath here that could, I mean, I don't know, maybe they would have built up some levels of explosive gases. Who knows? But actually, by having the pegboard, which doesn't affect anything else I do, it can draw everything through these holes and out, and there are no cavities that are holding anything. So I'm a happy camper, folks. And you know me, I'm life after work. I'm Solomon. I'm the happy camper, as I've been told. But look at this, pulling all these fumes directly out. Now, I'm going to look at my exhaust. Okay, you see the smoke from the incense that's being sucked around? Well, I hope you can. Let me zoom you in a little bit and see if you can see it coming around the edges. The smoke is coming in. When I look at the back side of this, there's no smoke coming out. Now I'm getting odor in this room. Well, that would be the volatiles if it was a dangerous situation. Particulates are getting filtered by this filter. So I'm getting absolutely no particulates coming out the back of this. And since this isn't a volatile thing, well, what's volatile is I'm liable to throw up from the odor of, I'm sorry, I don't like incense, but it's working beautifully. And all I have to do to start the process is reach around the back, hit a switch. And since I still have a lot of smoke building up, I'm going to turn that back on. So I'm going to let that run as long as this incense burns down, just because I can't stand the odor of it. I will open the garage door in a little bit, just let it all vent out. I will then, one thing I have not done yet, and you all need to understand, is that I have my sliders to slide this whole base out so that I can work better at my spray booth. I haven't got that connected yet. When that's connected, I slide it out. I connect the exhaust tubes that go outside of the garage, and then all of this just goes outside. So I'm happy. It's working beautifully, and seriously, I could have put 2 fans in here. My other fan is in the cabinet. I can use it for small projects. This is for the big projects. This thing weighs ounces compared to anything you might think. I can pick this up, which is really good when you get to my age, that you can pick something like this up. Well, go to your local Walmart or whatever store you have, pick up one of these big tubs. This literally, that's how much this weighs, with the exception of the fan, but it's all plastic and it doesn't weigh much either. So this is nothing for me to pick up and carry up to the shed. And then I can roll this out and use it as, I don't know, a place to set my camera. But I think I made a pretty good decision here. Pretty pleased with it myself, so I'm going to shut this down right now and maybe just go ahead and post it.